Good morning, everyone. Good Erev Shabbos of Freilich and Chanukah. It is Friday, December 11th, the 25th day of Kislev. It is the first day of Chanukah. I hope that everyone had an enjoyable first night of Chanukah. It's always such an exciting time. And this year, people doing it virtually with family because we can't be together, but shouldn't detract any bit from the celebration. So I hope that everybody has a great Chanukah ahead. We have a great Shabbos Chanukah here. Hope to see a lot of you in shul. And remind you that Sunday evening, we're going to have a communal Zoom Chanukah lighting at 6 o'clock. You can light together with our family, so have your menorahs ready, and we'll do it together at 6 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, there's a youth activity on Zoom. Please make sure that you come to the shul earlier than that to pick up the materials for the project. Miriam and Jacob have been working very hard, again, to engage all of our children during this time. And while you come and pick up, or even if you're not picking up the materials for your children, please take note of our Chesed project with Roots and Wings that Samantha Migdal and Renee Nabadian have been working on to help children who are aging out of the foster care system. And there are some basic items that they need, and I'm sure that you have them or you can get them. Please make a donation and show the rest of the world of how we know how to do Chesed, we know how to care about others, and what better way to spread light and to celebrate our holiday than by helping others. So again, that's all the information is in today's newsletter. And you can look at it and see it, and all the times, any questions, just call the office and please let us know. Today's video is sponsored by Camille and Ellie Spiegler. In memory of Camille's brother Joel Yagen, Shlomo ben Yosef Zichrono Livracha. The yahrzeit was observed a few days ago before Chanukah, and the English date of his passing, of his untimely passing, unfortunately, is tomorrow, is on Shabbos, so we wanted to sponsor the video in his memory. And I remember that fateful Friday night, actually, when we found out, and sitting in Camille and Ellie's living room, trying to figure out what happened. And it was a very, very unfortunate and untimely incident, and the funeral on Sunday, and the shiva, which is very, very difficult. And if you figure how can we go forward? And not only that, when that was right before Chanukah, and how are we supposed to celebrate Chanukah? How can we enjoy miracles and when we feel like God is being cruel to us? And I want to share with you a story. I've shared this story before, but I think it's worth repeating, and it's apropos of our sponsor today. It's apropos of Chanukah and apropos of the current situation in which we find ourselves, and we hope, let's see that there is light. There's light in our homes, but let's see that there's light at the end of the tunnel with words of vaccinations being approved, and hopefully we'll have some semblance of normal coming back to us. So this story that I heard from Moshe Tzvi Weinberg, and he tells a story about Rav Ben Zion Halberstam, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, the second Baba of a Rebbe who was killed by the Nazis, Yamach Shemam V'Zichram. And the story is that he was sitting with his grandson, Naftali. And this Naftali would go on to be the Baba of a Rebbe himself. And he's the one that, after everything was lost, he would rebuild the entire Hasidus. As you see, I think it's on 14th Avenue, and the thousands and thousands of followers that they have, that Rav Naftali built up. Again, after everything is lost, and we just start from scratch, we start over, and he built again a dynasty of the Baba of Hasidim. My father actually had a personal connection with the Baba of Rebbe. The mezuzahs in our home growing up were from the Baba of Rebbe because my father treated him. He was one of my father's patients. So anyway, this Rav Naftali, when he was young, he was playing dreidel with his grandfather, Rav Ben Zion, on Chanukah. And so it says Naftali spun the dreidel, and he got a gimel. He says, "Great, I won." The next time he gets a hay, he gets half. And again, he thinks, "Okay, I'm doing great." He keeps spinning and spinning. And then one time before he sees what the dreidel lands on, his grandfather, the Rebbe, he puts his hand on the dreidel and he covers it. Little Naftali is trying to pull off his grandfather's hand to see what he got. Of course, you see, you're spinning the dreidel, you want to see what you got. Let me see what I got. So Zaidi said to him, the Rebbe said to him, he says, "Listen to me." And this is quite prophetic, because this was before he knew that he would not survive the war and his grandson would. And he said as follows: in life, sometimes the dreidel is a gimel, sometimes it's a hay, sometimes it's a shin. Life lands in different ways. Sometimes you win big and sometimes you lose it all. The main thing is not what it landed on this time, but rather whether you pick it up and spin it again. The grandfather would lose his life, and his grandson, Rav Naftali, would pick himself up and continue to dream and spin life's dreidel. Rav Weinberg added that the key is one of the ideas of a dreidel. The dreidel can only stand up while it's spinning. If it's not moving, nothing will happen. Life throws us very, very difficult challenges. And if we learn anything about Chanukah and Chashmonaim and the Jewish people, it's about resilience. It's our ability to stand up and keep on spinning. It's our ability to take a chance and to say, we don't know where it's going to land, where we're going to land, but we have no choice. For the sake of our children, for the sake of our grandchildren, for the sake of our communities, for the sake of our families, and sometimes for the sake of our parents, we just have to keep moving. Camille and Ellie, you have really been tremendous examples to your children about how to carry yourselves, about what it means that when life throws you a horrible, horrible curveball, an unexpected tragedy, of how you have to stand up and you have to keep moving. Despite your own personal suffering, you have to set the example for your children, and you have to take care of your parents also. And you've been a model of Kibbutz V'Aim, Camille especially, which you show to your children on a daily basis. Your brother was taken from us way too soon. He was way too talented, way too handsome, and I know he was the favorite uncle in the family. And he'll be missed every single day, and especially at these milestone events like Chanukah, when it's a time for families to be together, he is so missed. But at the same time, I think it only strengthens your resolve and our resolve, those around you, those who know you, those who care about you, to say that, you know what, we have to just keep moving. We have to just keep spinning. We have to just keep taking chances, because life is too short. Life is too unpredictable. And especially if we've learned anything this year, we've learned about how precarious our take-it-for-granted situations are, and that nothing can be taken for granted. So on this Chanukah, this Shabbos Chanukah, as we remember the neshama of Shlomo ben Yosef, Zichrono Livracha, Jolie again, and Camille and Ellie, and to your parents, Camille, and to your children, we wish you only simchas. We should only have happy occasions. We should only see light in our lives. But I know that everything that you do going forward is dedicated with the purpose that you have because of what's happened to you and because of the example that you need to set for others. So again, may your brothers and Shama have an aliyah. We should all have a festive Chanukah, one that is free from pain, free from suffering, free from thinking about all the horrible things that are around us, and let's celebrate all the good things. I'll reiterate what I said yesterday, is that when we light the candles, maybe let's think and try to say it out loud of one good thing that's happened in the last year. I'm sure we could all come up with something. And I know that I have a number of good things, and I look forward to sharing that with you on Sunday, God willing, but I look forward to seeing you all in Shabbos, in Shul, here in this format, wherever it is it may be. A Chag Sameach, Chag Urim Sameach, a Freilich and Lichtig in Chanukah, a Shabbat Shalom, and really we should only have simchas here together in Shul. Have a good Shabbos.